Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems and welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 5. We're going to dive into the track editor a little bit today, talk about either some things that have changed or some things that are different about the track editor, and then quickly build the 2022 Indianapolis Supercross, kind of a preview of the weekend coming up. See how it plays in game, see if it's comparable to any of the past renditions of the track editor, and yeah, just kind of go from there. So we're going to call this Indianapolis 2022, just 22, I guess, and confirm. And so they have the ability to go like just a regular smaller stadium for the indoor and outdoor stadiums, but they're always a little bit too tight, in my opinion, to make like a good realistic track. So I've started building all of my tracks on the larger stadiums, larger rectangular and larger diamond stadiums for the baseball stadium tracks. So, I mean, that's just to your discretion. It doesn't seem like it's changed pretty much at all for this new game. But yeah, so first off, we're just going to make a quick start. I'm going to try to rush through this as quickly as I possibly can for the Indy track. Looks like it's just kind of create new. We're just going to call it blah, blah, blah. And so the starting line, I always make them as tight as possible. The exit of them as wide as possible so it looks like a real start, because it doesn't always narrow up that much in real life. And then the start straight this week, it's pretty long. It's not the full length of the stadium, but it's pretty long. I've already done a little bit of playing around with this, so it's like maybe about that long. And we're going to skew it pretty hard towards the inside lane so we can make lanes go next to this with relative ease. So that looks about right. We'll place that down, and then this is pretty much the same thing as it was before with the whole shot and transition bends. Let's see, what do I want to put here? Do I want to start off with one that narrows it down like this one maybe? And then transition curve. Oh man. Or do I just want a straightaway, perhaps? I feel like that's too tight right there, right? So maybe let's delete and do a transition straight, then a curve, and then yeah, this whole shot bend. Well, no, it needs to be this one. Yeah. Okay. So that's a little bit wonky, but you'll see why I think it works better in just a moment. So yeah, I think we're done. So we confirm start with right trigger. A little bit different formatting than before. So for our turns, we'll just run through this real quick. We got a small bend, large bend, small bend, and it just kind of keeps going down. You kind of go up from I think the lowest angle you can do is 15-degree angles, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105, 120, 135, 150, 165, and of course your standard 180s, sweeper and bull corner. But they have a couple more options this year with like the angled bump corners. So you have the small bend with a little bump on the inside, 90-degree corner with an outside raised option, and a little bit bigger. This is the 180 with the outside raised, a 90 with the whole corner raised, and then a sweeper with the outside raised, and then yeah, a little bit bigger raised corner. This is like a half 90 with the outside raised all the way around, and then this option, which is like anthill on the inside in a couple different formations, and then anthill on the outside in a couple different formations. So I like that. That's a little bit unique this time. Really big inside option right there. Another one right here. I think we can we make this sand? No, it doesn't look like we can make these ones sand, unfortunately. Would have maybe helped out with this track creation. But yeah, I like that. It looks pretty good. The straights are the exact same. This one was added in Supercross 4, and I don't see any real reason why people would use that unless they're making huge tracks. But yeah, long, medium, and short straights. Whoops, again, we have small, medium, and large, and then we have the 2 half whoop options. And then this one, I'm so stoked they finally added. It's essentially a roller jump, which I've been wanting to have in the game for a very, very long time. So thank goodness they finally have that. Then we have our 3-foots, our 4-foots, and our 5-foot singles, and up to our 8, 10-foot singles as well. These are like the landing off of triple jumps. I put these in rhythm sections as like backwards angle jumps as well. That's like a finish line lander. This is my triple lander right there. Then we have some takeoff jumps. This is the one I use for triples as well. I'll discuss that a little bit later though. Then we have our asymmetric jumps. That these again you can flip by hitting Y, and then you can also make them sand as well. A couple different options there. Then we have our standard tabletop jumps, which are basically used for step-on, step-offs. Standard triple jumps, which I don't personally use to put in tracks, but some people do. Dragon's backs, those are the same options that we've had before. These 4 options right here. As well as this one that's also been there. But this one's kind of new, a half dragon's back. It looks pretty nice for maybe use as a wall jump or something like that. It's a nice little step up double. And then the inside table, outside kind of flat option for the tabletops. This one's cool. It's kind of like a split lane jump. Really excited to see how that one works. And then another tabletop option, which looks like it's a little bit like flatter, more rolled out. I wish we could flip some of these around. Doesn't look like we can. Rhythm section editors. So like create a new rhythm section. This is being able to start with just like, you know, making your own rhythm section out of whoops and jumps, and then you can save it. But I don't really care to do this. So I'm going to go back to just the track editor. We'll go through the rhythm section editor another day, but it's basically the concept of you make a rhythm section, you save it, and then you can use it elsewhere on other tracks. You can't really do much different than, you know, just creating a rhythm section though. Our specials options, again, we got a couple lower pools, a bridge jump, the big U-bend into the stand, and then this is cool, a wall jump. Finally, we have like a fairly legitimate wall jump. It's not straight up and down, but it's a nice big roller to get over. Then our finish lines, we have the 4 options where it's got a huge straightaway before it, and then the finish line jump. And then this one, which is like a bit of a smaller jump, but it's maybe a bit too small to be a realistic Supercross finish line jump. I digress. And then we have color options. We can do starting grid color, tough blocks, finish line colors, and the leader light. So some cool options for the track editor. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this as I build Indy 2022, and I'll see you guys on the other side of this. All right, so we've built the track. Now we're going to take a look at what it looks like. A couple different problems that I ran into, but we'll discuss that as I go throughout the video. Looks pretty cool so far. I feel like the tough blocks on the side of the track look a little bit weird how they're hanging off the side, but maybe that's after like you validated it. It kind of corrects that problem. Not too sure. Wall jump coming out of this corner. It's a very big wall jump. I feel like it's a little bit maybe too big, but maybe it'll be all right. And then finish line jump right here. And then over this table, triple into the corner. I feel like the jump shapes are a little bit better this year as well. I'm kind of a fan of that already. Double and then Supercross triple. Get on the brakes here to get to the inside. And down to the other side of the stadium again. Into this kind of like sand sweeper corner. Get some speed out of the sand to carry some momentum into the whoops. Like that whoop section. Coming out of this corner, you're going to triple in. And then I think you can maybe spool up and quad over this, but at least step on, step off. Then the roller into this corner again. Come out of this corner, jump across the start line, and then triple again. I like this. This feels like it's got good flow. I feel like this is a pretty good build of the track. I still want to try to maybe finick a little bit with this rhythm section after this sand section, because I feel like, so you come through this whoops section, and I definitely had to space this rhythm section coming up a lot closer together than I did the rest of the track, just because it wasn't really fitting elsewhere. So if you come out of this corner, the triple in is very easy. Can you get the quad? Oh yeah, you can definitely get the quad. I feel like that's probably going to be the race line. That's pretty much what they were doing at Houston 1, which is what this track is very similar to. And yeah, the rest of the track I feel like flows pretty good. It's got a good look to it, good flow. I feel like the start gate's in the right spot. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this build for putting it together pretty quickly. Just trying to show off a little bit of a video here. And showing off some of the track features. Let's see if we can get that off. Yeah, so step on, step off. Double is the other option right there. Come out of this corner, you double into the Supercross triple. And yeah, let's see. We'll go back to the track editor. I want to save this track first, and then we'll validate it, get it uploaded for you guys to be able to play it on the PC. So save track. I got to save as a new track. So I had already built. Oh no, that's it right there. But let's save it again, just to make sure it's in here. Indy 2022. Confirm. Save it. And then, how do we validate it? So there is a finish line, track closure, all that stuff. How do we validate though? Oh, right trigger to validate. And I hope this doesn't crash the game. I've already tried to do this once, and it crashed the game back then. So we're just trying to make it through without crashing the game. What's with all those over-under bridges too? That's a ridiculous track. Crazy. All right, loading. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. And I think we're good, maybe? Ah, okay. Didn't crash just yet. So I want to see what the validation process is like. Looks like it's just putting everybody on the gate. Is it going to be doing 2 laps again? yeah, 2-lap validation. All the riders are invisible. They don't know where the track goes at the start, so they're a little bit confused. Do this first complex, of course, roll, triple. Scrub the wall jump out on the start straight here. Over the finish line jump. I feel like over table triple into the corner is going to be the preferred option. Just personally speaking, it just seems like it's got better flow than the step on, step off, but who knows, maybe they'll do something a little bit different. Supercross triple only got one more lap of validation left. All the way down into this corner, they got a roller on the inside to get into this sand section. Lay it over and get a drive through that. Fourth gear through the whoops. Very nicely done. Out of this corner, triple in. Get a drive to then go for the quad. Nailed that. Roller into this corner. Out of this corner, double across the start. Triple. And triple again to the inside. Scrub onto the start straight off the wall jump. And over the finish line jump. So we validated the track. Feeling pretty good about that. It is a little bit weird. I feel like they've left some opportunities on the side of the track to low line stuff with where the tough blocks are. I mean, there's still some jump on the side of the track that it's not quite covering. But yeah, so we'll upload this track online. Again, we'll call it Indianapolis 22. And confirm. Custom track has been uploaded. So congratulations, PC players. You can now play my track. And that's a look at the track editor. We went through some of the objects that you can use. Taking a look at this Indy 2022 Supercross track. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's easy to make sense of and everything along those lines. As always, appreciate you guys stopping by and watching another video here on the channel. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask and I'd be happy to answer them. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. So long for now.